Yo, what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy MLK Jr. here on the MLK Squared podcast, and I'm with
I'm Pops, the old man, MLK Senior.
MLK Sr., and today we got your favorite Hot Take Tuesday
Yeah.
here. Starting off, we'll let Dad start off with his hot take.
I'm staying with college football,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm an Ohio State fan, and some people like it, some don't like it. That's fine, but we love college football. But this hot take, it's not about Ohio State. It is about the Big Ten,
Mm-hmm.
and it may shock some people. It's going to make one particular person very happy.
Uh-huh.
He's a friend of the show.
Friend of the show. Great friend of the show.
Trey. Shout out Trey.
Shout out Trey. Yep.
Um, the Big Ten will only get 3 teams in the playoffs, only 3, and one of them will not be Oregon. Oregon will not make the playoffs. There'll be 2 undefeated teams in the Big Ten, and they will play for the Big Ten title, and that will be Ohio State. And the other undefeated team in the Big Ten this year is going to be the Penn State Nittany Lions. 12-0 regular season, the Penn State Nittany Lions. Hear me out.
We are, I guess.
First of all, we're gone, we're done with James Franklin. We're done with James Franklin. I say we, I use that term loosely. I mean they. They're done with James Franklin. Okay? They open up against Marshall, Temple, Buffalo, Wisconsin, and Northwestern. Okay? They need to settle in. They have some good pieces on their team. We're going to go into a deeper dive on them when we get to them.
Yeah.
But so I'm not going to go too deep right now. But they have the staff. They have a talented team, and they have a schedule that's going to allow them to get better as they go. Their first big game is at home against USC. USC is going to have to come to Happy Valley. Will not win. I don't think USC will win that game. They go on the road at Michigan. Michigan will probably be. I don't know who's going to be the quarterback then. It won't be what's his name, Fats Underwood. It won't be him.
Flex Underwood.
Yeah, he's terrible. It won't be him, but they will beat Michigan. Then they have Purdue, and then they're at Washington, and then they play Minnesota, Rutgers, and Maryland.
The 3, arguably worst teams in the Big Ten.
Yeah, and so if they can just run it and get the manageable and get things together, and they go in that and they get USC at home, Penn State can run the table this year and be undefeated going into the Big Ten championship game. That's my hot take. And like I said, I only have 3 Big Ten teams making the finals this year, and Oregon, again, is not one of them.
Wow. I see where you're coming from. I can't disagree with the hot take because it's not that crazy. Other than the Oregon not making the playoffs. That's the one I don't know if I can really get behind.
I think they've been knocking on the door. He's got to get over the hump and win that big game. And I think this year they're going to take a step back.
Wow. Definitely a hot take for sure.
Yeah.
Penn State Nittany Lions going undefeated in the Big Ten Conference and beating
Yes.
Ohio State in the Big Ten Championship.
Yes.
That's almost as crazy as my take last year.
I
I had Ohio State and Illinois in the Big Ten
Right.
Championship last
Yeah.
year. That did not happen.
Yeah, it did not.
It did not happen. So to me, my hot take.
How about you? What you got going on?
Tonight's the NBA draft.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're watching it, I'm keeping track of it specifically. I love the NBA draft. It's one of my favorite times of the sports year. And this is going to be an NBA take. I believe the bottom feeders of the NBA for the past decade are all going to make the playoffs this season. Who are the 3 I'm talking about, Maddox? Who are you bottom feeders? Who are these? The teams with the first 2 picks of this NBA draft who just picked AJ DeBonsta and Dan Peterson, the Wizards and the Jazz, and the 3rd team, the Charlotte Hornets, will all be in the postseason next year. I'm not talking playing and they're out. I'm talking in the field of 16. The 8.
Wow.
In the 8 of their conference.
Wow.
Why do I think that? I think these 3 teams have the most underrated teams in the NBA. Charlotte got on a hot streak. Everyone's kind of hopping on the wagon of Charlotte recently. I've been on Charlotte. I was on Charlotte to start the year last season.
You were.
I'm a believer in LaMelo Ball. I'm a believer in Con Knipple. I believe in that whole team. Musa.
Good team.
Great team over there. I think they just need to get to a better start this season, and they will be in the postseason. And the Wizards and Jazz both have intriguing pieces that are going. The Wizards are going to be the shock of the NBA this season, for sure.
With Anthony Fingernail Davis.
Anthony Fingernail Davis.
Anthony Davis on January 8th suffered a gruesome fingernail injury.
With Anthony Fingernail Davis, they will be the most shocking team that no one expected to make this jump. Trae Young, even with Anthony Davis, he's going to play 20 games. I know he's going to play 20 games. But Alex Sarr, he's got to have a big season at some point.
Okay.
Trey Johnson, his second year, he's a sniper. They got Bub Carrington off the bench. He's a great shooter, especially in the mid-range. That guy's a bucket. They just drafted AJ DeBonsta, a much-needed wing they really had to go get. And a lot of people were wondering if he was going to be the first pick, especially the experts you see on TV. I don't know why it was ever a conversation. It was always going to be AJ DeBonsta as soon as the lottery came out.
Right.
They got a bunch of young people. They're going to work hard. They're going to get over the hump, and they're going to be in the postseason in the East. They're going to be one of the 8 teams in the East to make the playoffs.
Okay, so you have the 3 bottom feeders that can be in. Not to put you on the spot, but do you have any ideas of like who we think would be in, might be out?
Might be out?
Because 2 of these teams are in the East.
Yes. If we go to the East, who do I think will fall off? I think there's going to be a lot more teams that come in, and a lot more teams are going to fall off. Unfortunately, as I hate to say this, as I have them on my neck as we speak right now, supporting them for this draft, can't wait to see who they pick here tonight. If we have the same type of health we had last season, the Sixers will not be in the postseason.
Wow. That had to be hard for you to say.
Yeah, that hurt. I really didn't want to say that.
Wow.
The Hawks, there is no way on God's green earth they're making the postseason like they did last year. There's no way they do that good again. The Pacers are going to be back up, as we know, Tyrese Halliburton with that heartbreaking injury. The Pacers are going to be back up. The East is going to be more competitive this year, guys. I don't think a lot of people understand. The East is going to be maybe not as good as the West.
Right.
Talent-wise, you got the Lukas, the Anthony Edwards, Wemby's of the world. Maybe not talent-wise, but overall competitiveness, it may be more entertaining in the East than it is the West. Pistons are going to be solid. Boston, I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
So I don't know if Boston's going to keep ascending trajectory up like they've been.
So who did we have in the Eastern Conference Finals this year?
We had the Knicks and the Cavs.
The Knicks and the Cavs.
The Cavs.
I don't know what the Celtics are going to look like totally next year.
No, I don't either.
Yeah.
The Raptors are a trending team. All of the young trending teams are looking really good right now, which is not good for teams like I'm saying your 76ers, like you all are fans, like my 76ers.
Yeah.
It's not looking pretty right now for us, to be honest with you. The more I looked about it, I thought about it today, and the more I realized, I was like, we're kind of screwed. I'm not gonna lie.
And you did mention today you were talking about the Miami Heat and the big trade.
Yeah.
Getting Giannis, and then
that could be the best trade in franchise history, or a very meh. They could not make the postseason, to be honest with you. They may be one of those teams out as well. Only reason, they have Giannis, Bam, yes. Their starting lineup looks, in my opinion, magnificent right now.
That's all they got.
But that's all they got. Yeah. They don't have any bench. They got
Yeah.
Bobby Portis in the trade too. That's one bench piece I guess they got there. It's just not great. And believe it or not, I think the Bucks won that trade. I guess that could be a hot take too.
I
They
think
got a
they won
haul.
the trade too. They got a haul. Definitely setting themselves up for the future.
Absolutely. I wouldn't have been mad with either trade they picked. I think they still would have won the trade regardless if they took the Boston deal
Right.
with Jaylen Brown. But the Sixers, it's looking scary. Orlando, sorry, Trey. I don't know about Orlando. They got to get more consistent. If
Yeah.
their new coach, I believe they fired their
Yeah.
coach. I forgot who they brought in.
They need to make
But-
some moves.
But they need to make some moves, and when it all comes down to it with the Magic, Paulo and Franz
Mm-hmm.
just got to be healthy and on the court together, and they just got to play better.
Yeah.
Especially Paulo. Good golly.
You see anybody in the West possibly dropping
In
out?
the West, in the 8 this season, yeah, I definitely do. The Rockets,
Okay. I can see that.
most definitely the Suns. The Suns will not be.
Yeah,
I don't think the Suns will be in the
yeah.
postseason. And I think the Jazz. I think if you look overall, if you look at the Jazz potential starting lineup,
Uh-huh.
and you compare it to all these other teams, Sacramento, they're a better team. Memphis, better team. Dallas, better team. Dallas is going to be fun next year.
Yeah.
New Orleans, they're just a better team than all of these. Got Golden State Warriors, they're going to be better. Clippers, going to be better. They're going to be better than the Suns. I think the Jazz will be most
here.
likely the 8 seed, but they could, if they can somehow sneak up there,
Right.
I think they'll most likely be the 8 seed in the West,
Okay.
in my opinion,
Okay.
as
Wow.
is my hot take. I think
Wow. They
the
were
Jazz will be in the
22
playoffs.
games last year.
They were tanking.
Yeah,
It was the tank
tanking,
of
okay.
doom season for
Gotcha.
them.
Okay.
Yeah, but the East is looking competitive
Yeah.
and scary, especially for some of these play-in teams
NBA
specifically.
Yeah, NBA's going to be looking good. There's some good young talent coming into the league, and some of the older guys are starting to fade away, minus LeBron and my Lakers. I don't know where he's going to end up, but he's hanging on forever, which is cool. I'll miss him when he's gone, but the older guys are starting to fade away. But there's some good young talent coming in.
There is.
Yeah, I mean,
It's gonna be
good guys.
fun.
It's gonna be fun. But we'll get into the NBA even deeper as we go.
And just so everyone knows, the OKC Thunder just got a steal at pick 12. Again, of course they did. They got Mara from Michigan. Good grief.
Real quick,
Uh-huh.
Dusty May, the new coach of the Dallas Mavericks from Michigan,
Yes.
and these are my sources close to the situation. Tell me they were, there's come out, I'm tired of the NCAA and the way they do the rules and NIL, and he just wasn't happy. He was miserable in Michigan. Not just Michigan. It wasn't just Michigan per se, but just how college sports is now. He was miserable with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hearing that actually there was going to be an investigation on tampering on Michigan's part with a lot of the players and stuff they got on this championship run they have. And the person that reported this, shout out Scoop, Buckeye Scoop,
Buckeye Scoop. We love Buckeye Scoop.
Nevada Buck.
Huge fan.
And shout out to those guys. On May 6th, he said, he put it on the message board, and I read the article, and, on the message board, he said on May 6th that Dusty May was going to be gone. Everybody said, you're crazy, you're stupid, it's not going to happen. And he called it back in May that he said he will not be the coach of Michigan next year. And the reasoning was going to be that the tampering investigation was going to be coming down, which is like investigation number 13 on the University of Michigan. I don't know what's going on up north, but they got some issues. But
They
it's just
got some
something.
issues.
We'll see what comes down with it. These guys are usually pretty accurate, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
And with that, that's going to be this episode.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed we went on a little rant there talking about
Yeah.
our teams and Michigan news. Hope y'all enjoyed Hot Take Tuesday. God bless. Keep number 1. I'm MLK Jr.
The old man. Peace.
See ya.